I agree that some of our officials are arrogant. Some of them, speak out of turn.
So out of touch with reality. The other day when he was addressing us, he was completely out of touch na reality. Hakujua watu wenye waliuliwa. Alicomment police for shooting a lot of innocent guys. Kids were killed. The other day when that kid was killed, alikuwa anasema he was actually not remorseful. Anauliza, did that child die? How do you expect such a child to be alive in a situation kama hiyo? Another thing is sisi tunataka dissolve gava. I mean, cabinet yake. I'm so nervous. I'm sorry. Nataka dissolve. I'm speaking on behalf of my fellow Gen Zs, although I'm not a leader whatsoever. To dissolve the cabinet, siku reshuffle, could dissolve like what Kibaki did in the year 2005. Another thing is to hold all the rogue police officers accountable. Their photos are everywhere. We've seen them. None has been arrested.
Kennedy, who died in Rongai, and I believe that he is right. That's really a very regrettable situation, and I apologize on behalf of every official who should have done something about that situation. I have explained that the boy who died in Rongai was actually shot by one of the criminals who actually snatched the gun from the police. That criminal was, however, shot by the police because if the police did not shoot him, then he would have caused more deaths of more Kenyans, because these are reckless people. Sometimes some of those people are not even in their correct level of senses, and therefore it is regrettable. I agree that some of our officials are arrogant. Some of them, speak out of turn, and then some of them display, obnoxious opulence, if I may say that, which does not just anger the public. Sometimes I call in some of those people and I give them a piece of my mind. Even Nyamu, I have had occasion to sit her down, and tell her, I mean, she needs to change what she's doing. And when you are in my position, you are also a father figure. Some of these young people, they get excited about many things, and sometimes they do the wrong things. And I want to tell you that I know somebody here mentioned Karen Nyamu. Karen Nyamu is a girl I've had to sit her down sometimes and tell her, look, she needs to do things differently.
It's not functioning like a democracy, but a dictatorship, Mr. William Ruto. Because the way the police are handling the situation is not fit for a democracy. And you cannot deny that you're behind that. Because even though you say they're independent, you have the power to stop the killings. But instead you go, after all the killings, you go hold a press conference and laud them. Sincerely, we saw Mano Mano last year, how you dealt with the citizens. Same scenario this year. When is that going to stop? What kind of a democracy is this? Can you define what a democracy is, Mr. William Ruto? Tyrian family that you expect people just to dance to your tune. In a democracy, the right to picket and to protest is guaranteed in the Constitution.
The right to picket, and I said it in my statement, is enshrined in the Constitution. But let me also make a distinction. I said the protesters, peaceful, within their democratic right, were hijacked. There are people who infiltrated. I am very sure that the people who burned the office of the Chief Justice, the people who burned Parliament, are not the peaceful protesters. These are criminals who I was speaking to, and I was saying the police must stop criminals who are burning institutions, who are burning people, people who have gone to destroy people's property. I don't think those were innocent demonstrators.
Nini kitu imekasirisha watu wengi, Mr. President? Na hii shida yote ilianza ile time ya floods. Remember time ya floods? Wakati watu walikuwa wanateseka, you never even said a word. A week later on, we saw you on a private plane to the US, carrying all sorts of people, unnecessary people to the US. Hapo ndo shida ikaanza. You never said a word. Ukirudi bado nyumbani, tukaanza mambo ya reject the finance bill, kanyamaza tu, ukaona tunaenda maandamano. You never said a word until watu wakaanza kuuliwa. That's when you decided to reject the finance bill. Mr. President, surely, mbona wewe unanyamaza alafu unapenda uongo sana? Unaona tu vitu vinafanyika when it gets out of hand, alafu unaanza kuongea. Saizi kuna watu wanazika watoto wao saizi vile tunaongea. Saizi hata kuna rafiki yangu saizi anazikwa saizi. Ni matanga, hii wiki imekuwa ni matanga sababu ya maandamano. But you're here thinking about the economy. You're not even sympathetic to the families. Uja mention hata jina mtu mmoja. Kuna swali pia niliona umejibu kusema about Rongai. You asked us, kila mtu kwa hii space wanatoka from different regions in Nairobi in Kenya. Yeah. Rongai, people are killed. Githurai, people are killed. However, the information received, unadhani they tell you only one person was killed. Okay, that's a life too. They do not feed you. They do not feed you the actual information. So you are just weighing the deaths of people, the number of people. People are not killed, was not aware, people are not abducted, you are just arrested. Some of us were arrested. And your excuse is that the police unit is an independent body. Surely, Mr. President. Watu watakuwa wanauliwa alafu unasema police unit is independent. Alafu wakati wanauliwa your excuse unasema the economy is growing. How can this is right now the country is mourning. Properties worth of billions were banned. You have not addressed that. All you think about is the foreign policy and the economic status of the country, not about the livelihood of the common mananchi. Surely, Mr. President, we need you to be with you. Be empathetic. Your government should be empathetic. You should stop this issue of police brutality. That's what we want right now. Personally, the police came to my house at 3 a.m. They broke into my house. They refused to identify themselves, and that was it. We are abducted. It was like kidnapping. Hii mambo mimi sikumbuki, nilikuwa nadhani mambo ya movie. Mr. President, tulishikwa, tukapigwa. They even stole some stuff from our house. Imagine askari anakuja, akona bunduki anaingia kwa nyumba, akona mask, 12 of them with 12 cars arresting a single guy, an armed citizen. Alafu ukimwambia mbona anakuja kushika anakupiga. In the meantime bado anachukua vitu kwa nyumba yako. Unapelekwa place fulani hata ujini wapi, not even a police station. When my friends were reporting the issue to the police station, they were not even aware. For my case, they even went to Parkland police station. That's where I was arrested. The OCPD told the guys, we know about this thing, but will not take any action. Meaning it was very criminal. The OCPD, Parklands police station OCPD, deputy OCPD was very much aware what was going on. We were not booked in any single police station. We were taken in a certain house. I think it was a safe house or something. I was blindfolded. Some guys were blindfolded for like 12 hours. Surely, Mr. President, are we in a terrorist country? We just want you to answer that.
Okay.
This is why we're in this space.
Thank you very much, my friend. I regret your situation. If that is the kind of treatment you have gone through, I apologize. And I will take action in this manner. No Kenya. And I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that there will be no extrajudicial killing. There will be no River Yala. There will be no, we used to have 20, 30 bodies in River Yala. When I came into office, I said nothing of that is ever going to happen. And I want to promise the people of Kenya that will not happen under my watch. However, I have had the kind of horror you have gone through. That is not right. What I will do after this engagement, I would like, I don't know, in a very secretive way, if you can send me the details of what happened, I will be able to take action, because you don't deserve the kind of treatment that you went through.
Lastly, the minister for agriculture, that person, he even doesn't have a bachelor's. We all know this information. We have the government's website and we Google, we see this information. So, Mr. President, if you are going to give us those people who are incompetent, then we are totally doomed. You know, when we elected you as the president, normally they say, you set a thief to catch a thief. But this time round, when we elected you, Mr. President, that you can help us now catch those people who are corrupt in this nation, you're just there laughing with them. Look at Oscar Sudi. He's flaunting with 20 million in a bag in a public forum. I'm even told that there is one of the cabinet minister who was caught in Dubai with 20 million cash, and you actually came through him, so he wasn't taken to a court somewhere or arrested. You know that, Mr. President. Personally, where I sit, I want to pay my rent by 10th, but because I finished campus, I don't have any job anywhere. I'm just here in the city seated. I will not be able to pay that rent because you promised to give us the jobs. But when we elected you, you are now telling us that in the next 1 year, we are not going to employ the youth. Mr. President, do you think that one is not a lie? Lastly, the other day you said, when you were questioned about the boy who was shot, you didn't know whether he was alive or dead. But now you know that the person who shot that boy is not the police officer. Mr. President, do you think that is a reality? That one is not a reality. I'm very angry person because every time we get to those public offices, we are treated like trash. And that's why the other day I was even on the forefront. You can watch the videos. I was on the forefront in those protests to demand for my right. And now here, Mr. President, you are just taking us through the corners. You are not even going straight to the point. Kindly go straight to the point. When you are asked about the person who is corrupt, you say, this person is corrupt. He has been working with millions of money. Tell us, Omanga bought 60 with 50 million a vehicle, which he's flaunting now on social media. Apart from that, tell us that this fertilizer was fake, even as much as it was dropped from 7,000 to 2,000, it is full of soil. So why are we playing games with the public money, with the money that our mothers and fathers are going through sweat to get it, Mr. President? Wherever we are not happy.
Martin, I understand your anger, and you are perfectly in order to be angry, because the situation where you're out of university without a job is something that I have lived through myself. Of some minister being found in Dubai, I don't know, last week with $200 million or something, is fake news. That is not true.